Hey everyone, I'm not sure who's in here or not. Let me know if you can see me. Oh, hey guys. Okay, you're in here. I'm trying to figure out how to use StreamYards because I have absolutely no idea how to do it. And I'm trying to figure out, hey Ben, hey Dallas, Patty Lynn Glenda, hello Sunshine, what's going on everybody? How are y'all? Everyone can see me? You can see me. Okay, so I'm gonna shut my phone off because I can see you guys now, thankfully. Last time I tried to use this, I couldn't figure it out. So, how's everyone doing? Everyone okay? Sabine, hey from Germany, how are you? So here, I'm gonna try this. I want to see exactly what I need to do to make this stinking thing work. Oh crap, I can't drop a link. Hey Stasia, how are you? Sorry I've been gone. I've been sick. So I just wanted to try and figure this out. I need a mouse apparently so I can, hey Kiki, so I can drop this freaking, copied it, okay. Apparently my laptop isn't cooperating. You're driving but listening, awesome. Hey Patty Lynn, fine as wine over there, awesome. I have a painting of your thumbnail, weird. Oh. Is that all you can see? Is my thumbnail, Angelique? Hey, Matt. How are you? Darn rabbits are making a mess, and they're going crazy. So I can't. I'm trying to drop this dang link because I want to see if I'm able to get people up here. Good, and it looks good. No, you see me? Awesome. All right, so then I figure out how to use this. I'm going to have to get a mouse to use. Hi, Cotton Candy. So did you watch Doug? I watched some of it. I just didn't watch the last one that he did, so I have no idea what happened with it. I woke up Saturday, and my left eye felt like it was pulling that way to the left, and it just felt like I had a fight to keep my eye going straight to be able to see. And it was really weird. And for 2 days, my eye was just like, it felt like it was just wobbling around like a friggin' marble. And it made me super dizzy. I always have to have my cigarette. And I was getting dizzy because of my eyes. So I couldn't like walk and function. And every time I moved around, I would almost faint and I would like feel really nauseous. So it was terrible. And then after my eye started to feel normal, probably like Monday, part where he confronted the husband. Did he? I have to go back and watch that, Glenda. After I woke up Monday, my eye started to feel better. It was still weird feeling, but I continued with the dizziness and the nausea, and I couldn't really move or walk or do anything. And so today is the first time out of, last night we went for a ride in the car. My husband made me get out of the house, and that was my first time out of the house or out of bed for days. Today I'm feeling much better. Stop it. And I'm able to actually like stand and move around and do things. Hey, Kimberly. Started watching you through Molly. I love Molly. I haven't even been on the internet to like tune in and say hi to Marissa or anything like that. I feel like I'm just like everybody thinks I'm being rude or just ignoring life. And I just couldn't stand up or do anything. For 3 days, I tried to come on the computer, and every time I sat down, I would just get really dizzy and I just couldn't do it. And I didn't want to be on the computer being like all wobbly and gross feeling. Hey, Debbie, I love you. So today's the first day that I'm functioning well enough that I'm able to move around and do things. So I'm trying to test out StreamYards because the last time I tried to use it, it didn't work for me. And now I just have to, I was sick, but I still felt bad and guilty because like I wanted to come on and talk to you guys. And I just felt like everyone is like, oh, this chick's going to be on like once a week or something, or she's, not trying to be involved with the YouTube community. And that's like completely not what was going on. It's just every time I try to do this, something seems to happen. So do you, babe? Your health is, yeah, finally. I can't drop the link, Debbie. I need a freaking external mouse. My thing lets me copy it, the link, but it won't let me post it. And that's what I'm trying to learn how to do this, and it's just not friggin' working. I don't understand it at all. When I copy it to clipboard, I don't friggin' know. I don't really know what I'm doing on this. I'm trying to figure it out. Anyway, I just wanted to come on really quick and say hi to everyone and see what was going on. I need to get my husband's external mouse and plug it in because he uses that to do everything. You're only listening right now? I know, Dev, you've been busy. So how is everyone? How have you been doing? What's been going on the past couple of days? Anything interesting happening? Control V to post link. Let's see. Control V. Ooh, you are right. Okay. Hey T, how are you, love? Miss Harmony, how are you? Move the arrows to the area to open posting. All right. Hey Voomba, how's it going? Whoopsie Daisy, what's up? Mother Mary, how are you? All right. So I dropped the link. Does somebody want to click it and see if it works? I saw the picture of your leg, Miss Harmony. I can't believe you did that. I'm good, Rebecca. Better today. How is everybody doing? Has anybody been up to anything? Like, what's been going on? What have I missed these past couple days that I've been missing from YouTube? I haven't even come on to watch anybody's stuff or be involved with anything going on just because I just couldn't do it. Focusing, like Debbie knows, I was having issues focusing on my phone. You don't see the link. Let's see. Control V. There it is. Can you see it? I know that Astro World thing is crazy. In fact, my friend, she's in, I don't know if she's still in here, but Kiki had sent me the article about what happened at Astro World on Saturday night, and I wanted to try and do something about it on Sunday. You can't see the link? Damn. I don't know. I have no idea what the hell is going on with this. I know when I used the other mouse, it worked, but it wasn't actually showing on YouTube. Did you hit enter? I did. I just dropped it again. It's still not working. I don't know why I posted it. It shows that it's there. I don't know. I know with my husband's external mouse, I was able to drop the link, but I was having issues with my StreamYards video showing up on YouTube. So I think I figured that part out. But now I just have to get the other mouse so that I'm able to actually like drop it and have people join me. You haven't missed anything except stupid YouTube fighting. Ugh. Everything is very controversial and crazy when it comes to YouTube. I've seen I see a lot of people going after other people and like just I don't know what the deal is with that. It's kind of like, I don't really want to be involved in the YouTube drama and beef that's going on. And I can't imagine why some people actually do it. I know other people, they do reaction videos, and I know people do videos to just go over what's been done by other people. But I mean, why can't people just post things that are, reaction videos about positive stuff that other people did? Why does it always have to be negative drama? I don't know. I'm not the type of person who's going to just come on here and just start talking crap about other people and look for other people, their responses and cause negativity towards others. That's just not me. So I just don't understand what other people's ideas and motives are. But I mean, I guess drama sells, so it is what it is. I don't even respond to other people's stuff when I see things. Like, I've seen people post some things about me being on Molly's panel, and it's just, it is what it is. People want to watch what they want to watch. They're going to say what they want to say, and that's okay with me. Whatever. I don't care. I just know that I'm trying to figure out, what I'm going to do from day to day, and not seem like I'm looking for all this attention and whatnot, Like, I have a bunch of things that I wanted to talk about. I've been planning out things I want to talk about, and every time I get ready to do things, it seems like something crazy happens and I'm unable to actually get on the internet and do anything. So it is kind of crazy, but whatever. I'm sorry I can't drop the link. I'm really trying. Control V to view clipboard. The last 5 items you copied were. I don't know where the heck my clipboard is. I'm like, I use my phone a lot of the times. I don't know if anybody noticed. I don't know if anybody noticed. I'm always on my phone, so I know how to do things on there. But I was told StreamYard doesn't work on your phone, so I try to get onto the computer. But I'm really learning the laptop myself because I really don't use it. And this is Matt's laptop, so. The husband's good. He just left for a little bit. Since I've been sick, he's been staying home helping me. I'm very needy when I'm sick, and I'm just like, I need you. I need your attention. And he doesn't take off or call in for sick days or use any of that stuff. Like, he uses his vacation days and whatnot. But so he's been home with me the past couple of days helping and trying to help me out and keep me calm. But I'll stand up and start sweeping or trying to do laundry, because when I don't do it, it doesn't get done. He helps a lot. He does do it, but it's just like, I want to do it too. He shouldn't be doing everything. He shouldn't have to work and then come home and take care of everything that has to happen here. So I just want, to do things, but he'll see me and all of a sudden I'll stand up and then I start wobbling and my head just goes in circles and he's like, sit down, you're gonna fall down. And I can't tell you how many times I've actually been walking and ended up leaning against the wall because I have to stop and breathe. Or like, when you're walking and or looking around and you start to see stars kind of, and like you see black, like there's nothing there. That's how I've been feeling a lot lately. So it's really just insane. I can't even explain it. I just know that it's not normal. It's been really hard. So I think that now that I'm feeling better today, I am going to start doing some stuff, and hopefully I don't overdo it. You're a great couple, good-hearted people. We work well together. A lot of people think a lot of negative things, just about anybody, I guess, in life. And, people will just say whatever they want to say about whoever, but, no one actually really knows me because I'm new here. And, a lot of people do know my husband, but anybody that knows either one of us knows it does. Yeah, it sounds just like vertigo. That's what I was thinking. But a lot of people that know, my husband, he always has his heart into everything he does. And I always have my heart and try to be like fully invested in everything I do. That's why I've really been bummed out about this. I've just been really bummed out about the fact that every time I try to come on and go live, something happens, or I can't really sit there and this past week, I wanted to do videos, I wanted to do things, and I just felt like I couldn't do it. And I almost feel like I'm letting people down by not showing up on here all the time, even though I know that's kind of stupid. I just feel like once you start doing something, you should always follow through, and you should always continue to carry on with what you're doing. So could be an imbalance in my ears. Miss Harmony, it could be. I don't know. It all started when I woke up with my eye. I'm telling you, it literally felt like it was pulling. And I told Matt, I'm like, I feel like I'm going cross-eyed. Like, does my eye look like it's going that way? And he's like, no. And Debbie mentioned to me that I should try to use like an eye patch. I'm like, yeah, because I'm a pirate, joking around. And I'm like, well, if I can get a googly eye and like stick it on there, so at least it looks like I'm looking at you. So then I'm like talking to Matt. I'm like, I can't see. My eye's really bad. So I'm having a hard time focusing. And I told him about the eye patch idea. And I was like, what happens if I really need an eye patch and I have to walk around with an eye patch all day? Are you still going to go out in public with me? And he just like shakes his head. He's like, of course. And then I said, what happens if my eye turns around completely and all you see is like the back of it, the white? Like, what happens if that, takes place? And then I only have one eye and then you just see a white eye. I'm like, what do I do with that? How do I make that work? I'm going to have to go and see if they could surgically like put my eye back to where it belongs. And of course I'm an overthinker, and I just come up with these ridiculous scenarios and ideas of what could or couldn't happen. I thought about making an eye doctor appointment, Kelly Sue, but I did not. And I know I should have, but I just figured I'll wait it out and see how it goes. I should do some blood work, Ben. You're right. I know that I have, I've always been severely anemic, and I know I have a vitamin D deficiency. So it could just be that I need to get blood work done and see what I'm deficient in, and go from there. Maybe add some supplements to my diet, but I hate taking pills and supplements. Have you ever noticed they're like this big and they expect you to swallow the whole damn thing? Not my cup of tea right there. I just don't like it. My son said I was irresponsive for really 40 seconds. He almost called 911. Did you hit your head, Miss Harmony? Your eyes control much more than your sight. Yeah, somebody else said that they thought that I had like an equilibrium issue, but it wasn't my ears. It literally just started because I couldn't see. And like, has anybody ever been like bumped in the head and then your eyes are just like blurry, or like that's how it felt, but it just felt like I had no control over my eye. And I felt like the more I started to try to fight to pull it back into the center, because I don't know where it was, I just felt like I had to move it. By like the second or third day, my eye just felt like it was just wobbling around. So I'm like, what the hell's wrong with me? Like, this is just insane, but it is what it is. It's better now. Today I'm better. So hopefully everybody will be able to see me more often on here, and hopefully I don't look like I'm cross-eyed. Do I look cross-eyed to you? I don't think so, but I kind of feel like my eye just does its own little thing. Grace, eyes contribute to your balance. Yeah, and I think that's exactly why I had so many issues with the dizziness and the nausea, because my eyes just weren't focusing properly. Oh, thank you, Ben. Let's see. Hi, Noelle. Love from Ireland. I dreamt of you and MGL. I was protesting with you. Oh, that would have been awesome if you could have been here protesting with us. The police came and asked where I was. I said Ireland. I said I'm Irish. They arrested. No, Eileen, you would not have been arrested. And if you had been, we would have bailed you out, I promise. I couldn't let you go down like that. Hey, Robin, how are you? Thank you, Angelique. Anyway, so yeah, there's a couple things I want to talk about. I'm not going to talk about it here. This was a testing thing to see if everybody could see me and if I could figure out what I was doing on here. But I'm back, so I'm going to come on again later on. I have to bring my son to work at 2:30, and then Matt should be home around 3:30, 4 o'clock, unless he goes to the gym after he's done running his errands. Before he left today, he asked me like 10 times if I was feeling okay. And are you going to be all right to be left alone? And I'm just go, just do your thing. I'm going to try to figure out StreamYards. And he just was like, okay, you know, don't do more than you feel like you should. If you need to go lay down, go lay down. So, I'm sure he'll text or call me like 10 times while he's gone to make sure that I'm okay and whatnot. Sounds like neurological. Oh, Stassi, I know. It's really scary to just wake up one morning and your eye the one eye doesn't want to function properly. And then the next thing you know, you can't move around and do things. I do have an astigmatism. That's why I have these glasses. And I really hate wearing contacts because my eyes dry up so fast that I'm constantly have to put those re-wetting drops in there. And every time I blink, the contact moves and it just feels weird. So I don't wear them anymore. Even though I hate my glasses, I don't wear them. Just scrub the tub in your back. Debbie, stop. Don't hurt yourself. I can't come over there and help you. You're too far away. I do have to go for another eye exam here soon. So I'm going to make an appointment for my kids and I to go. Matt's a good man. He is. People don't realize a lot of times men in relationships or marriages, they do what they have to do and they take care of things and they hold the house down and whatnot, but they don't go above and beyond. And I feel like, I feel like Matt goes way more than above and beyond. Like he'll go to work, he'll come home. If I'm not feeling good, he starts cleaning, he starts trying to cook, he'll start trying to do laundry. Sometimes he ends up bleaching the colored clothes, but I mean, at least he's trying, right? You can't get mad at somebody for trying to help you. Thank you, Grace. But yeah, he's really a great guy and he does everything and he doesn't complain. I was in bed the other night and I was kind of sick and I went, I just made a noise. And when I did that, he put his arm around me. I was like, how did you know? He's like, I know you by now. Like, I'm very needy when I'm sick and I just like, take care of me. Look at me, pay attention to me, cuddle with me, act like you love me because I'm a big baby and he's always like, I do love you. I'm trying, whatever. So I'm sorry I'm needy and I'm sorry that I try to take up all of your time and don't apologize. He tells me, he knows, he's like, I know you by now. But yeah, I do take advantage of the neediness, I think, when I'm sick, because I know he's going to focus on me and give me all my little, concern and comfort. So he'll stop what he's doing and he'll come over and like pamper me. But he is very devoted. There's nothing he won't do for us. Like my kids are his stepkids and I'm not sure how many people actually know that. But, hey, Amanda, he doesn't treat them like stepkids. He's completely 100% involved. They're his kids. If you ask him, he's teaching my son how to drive because I have really bad anxiety. And, before we get to the stop sign, like 3 houses away from my house, I'll have like anxiety and, I'll just be like, oh my God, I can't do this. So my husband took over the whole teaching my son to drive routine and, it's working really well. He's doing good, but he'll be like, come in the car, sit in the back seat and, just see how he's doing. He's really doing a great job. Like, okay, so I'll get in the back seat and they'll be, he'll be up front with my son and Jay will be driving and I'll be in the back seat like, because first of all, I don't like being in the back seat. That's the worst place to put me. And then second of all, my son's like, giving us whiplash, hitting the brakes. I'm like, this is going to take forever for him to get his stinking license. But, between Matt working and coming home and then having Jason drive around and do what he needs to do to actually learn how to drive, like it's a lot to ask of him and it's not fair, but I don't think I'm actually cut out to teach anybody to drive. Like, I don't even like the way Matt drives. A lot of people know that when he drives, he'll go live and I'll be sitting in the passenger seat, modding for him. And, I'm just like, okay, focus on the phone. Don't focus on his driving, just sit here and hang out because if I'm if I'm paying attention to him, I'll be like, can you get off your phone? Can you look at the road more? Like, what are you doing? Stop. And he'll just be like, calm down. I got this. I can see what I'm doing. I'm like, okay. And I have to just try to remember, just breathe. He tells me, just breathe. Okay. So I have to breathe and I have to, relax and focus on other things. And it works. He'll be like, focus on your phone. Okay. Stuff like that works. But my son, he's got a special way of driving that I'm not sure I'll ever get used to. So it's just one of those things that I'm thankful that Matt will actually help him. If you don't mind me asking, how did you guys meet? NS. Well, I've known him for 29 years. We met when we were 12 years old, and I was his first girlfriend ever. Ever. I don't even know if he's had crushes before he met me. So we were little kids, and when you're like 12 years old, you want to run around and do things. And what's your relationship really, other than like talking on the phone? I met him from a friend of ours because I was friends with the family, and he was friends with his friend Joey, and they played football together and like the little kids, football league that they have for school and whatnot. And he ended up coming around, and that's why I met him. But I wanted to, run around and be at my friend's house, spending the night and do this and that. And he, he wanted to, can we go to the movies? Sorry, I can't go to the movies. I'm going out or, like going to my friend's house or I'm not home or whatever. So, clearly it didn't last. I think we ended up like dating for about like 2 weeks, and he loves to tell everybody how I broke his heart when we were kids. And it makes me laugh. Like, I didn't break your heart. We were 12. Get over it. And then all these years later, in 2015, I lived across the country still. Because when I was 18, I knew everything, and I hit the road. I moved, and I wanted to get the hell out of Dodge. So I went up north, and I lived with my brother, and I did a bunch of things that, I shouldn't have done. Mostly I shouldn't, but I moved all around, and I did all that, crazy 18-year-old growing up, figuring it out stuff. And I ended up, this is my third marriage. So I was married twice before. Clearly they didn't work. And in 2015, I had just told my ex-husband that I wanted a divorce. And then Matt ends up messaging me on Facebook. That's how he found me again. And we started talking. And December 2016, I came back home to Florida. And then we never lost contact. We always were on the phone, but he lived like 2.5 hours away from me at that point. He lived in Miami, and I lived up in the East Coast in St. Lucie County. And by November, we started getting really serious talking and whatnot. And then I ended up having surgery on December 4th. And on December 11th, he ended up moving in with me. So he took care of me and did whatever he could to help me out after my surgery and whatnot. And we haven't looked back. So November of 2017, we got together. And this November, we'll be together 4 years. And in March, we'll be married 3 years. So it's been a long time coming. Best decisions. Yeah. It was a great decision. And, how many of us have like had options, like, oh, this person wants to talk to me, that person wants to talk to me. And then you just go with whoever you think might be the better option or whatever. And how many times do you get into a relationship and you think, well, damn, I made a mistake? But like, no matter who Matt was dating or no matter who I was dating at the time, like all these years from 2015 till we got together, it was always like he was my go-to, I was his go-to. So we ended up getting together, and we had to have like a lot of talks, because not only were we like best friends and we were really close, but I also knew his dirt and he also knew my dirt. So, getting together with like your best friend that knows everything about you, we both like sat down and talked in person. And then for like 2 weeks we talked after that. And we just had to come to like a common ground. Like one of us has to move. And I was like, well, my kids are in school. I'm not moving. And so he moved. And you know, like I didn't want to just take my kids, hey, Stephanie, and uproot them and move to Miami. So he came back home to St. Lucie where I was, and his family, you know, they're over there. So it was good that he was able to reconnect with everybody and get close with people. And my family are over here on the West Coast where we are now. It's just my parents. So we ended up moving out here. And that's how we ended up here. But we still go back and forth from here to, you know, the East Coast to visit his family and whatnot. So it keeps us busy. But like people are always saying, oh, you have to come here and visit. You have to come here and visit, friends and everything. Oh, we miss you. You have to come and visit. But it's a 3-hour drive one way just to get to where everybody is. And, you know, people love to say, you have to come visit us. But no one ever just says, well, I'm going to get in the car and come visit you guys, because they don't want to drive the damn 3 hours either. So, you know, that's a little difficult for us to get back and forth. We don't go over there as often as we used to, but we try. Does he have kids of his own? He does not have any kids. We just have mine. I'm a lone wolf after trying to date for years. I am. Yeah, Stasia, the whole dating thing. I don't even know if I would consider like talking to people, dating them, because, you know, within a week or two, you know whether that person is even somebody you want to deal with. And like, geez, probably like August, Matt and I were on the phone talking. I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm just done with the whole dating or talking to people game. Thank you, Ben. I was like, I'm over it. I don't really have anything that I need or want from anybody. I'm good being alone. I have my kids. I have a job. I do whatever. And if I need to talk to someone, I'm like, I'll just call you. Matt was like, you can't do that. You know, like we don't even live in the same county. Like it just doesn't matter if, you know, if you want to stay single or whatever, that's fine. He's like, but you can't, you know, just say, oh, well, if I need or want to talk about anything, like I have you. He's like, don't cut people out of your life or stop making friends or dating people or whatever just because of that. But I did. So we got super close, and that's just, you know, it just took off from there. So it worked. You know, I don't regret any of it. I think that we waited a really long time to get back together, and, you know, it should have happened sooner than it did. But, you know, I told him, like, because he's like, why didn't we do this when you first came back home? I'm like, well, you know, like you have to go through all these relationships and you know, figure out what you don't want in life and what you don't want in a relationship. And I have to figure out all those things that I'm not going to accept and what I don't want. I said, and, you know, until we both learned what we want and what our expectations are, we just weren't ready to really get serious, because both of us knew that, you know, it was one of those things where, like, if we got together and it didn't work out, I not only lost like my go-to person, my best friend, but I also lost a boyfriend. And it would be the same for him. Like he would have lost his go-to, and he would have lost me as a friend and a girlfriend. So we needed to really make sure that we knew what we wanted. And before we got together, you know, we talked about our expectations and everything, and made sure that we were on the same track. And we always made it a point to, you know, keep an open relationship as far as like anything that you want to talk about, talk to me about, and whatever he wants to talk to me about, whatever. So we always try to keep it open and talk about everything that that's going on in our heads. The problem is that I've always been so used to talking to Matt and complaining about this and that, about what was going on, or whoever I was seeing at the time. And the same for him, whoever he was seeing at the time, he'd call me and be like, this person is insane. So the one part about, you know, keeping that open communication line is that how do you feel comfortable turning around and being like, you know what, Matt, blah, 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 blah. Like I don't want to talk crap to him, and he doesn't want to hear me talk crap about what I think. So we had to figure out how to get over that hump and figure out a civil way to discuss these things with each other, because we needed to be able to still talk to each other about what's bothering us, but we didn't want to just, you know, bash each other. We wanted to talk about it in a respectful way. So that took us a little while to figure out. But, you know, Matt's uncle had us spend the weekend at his house. He has a really nice house, and in the bottom he has like a separate little apartment at the bottom of his condo that we stayed in. And the one advice that he gave us that I think is the most important advice that anyone's ever given us, and I always think about this, and I don't always listen, but I always think about it. He said, say, what does he say now? Jesus. Say what you mean what you say, and never say it mean. So that's something that I always keep in my mind about, you know, how to go about talking about things. You know, mean what you say when you say it, and don't say it mean, because no matter how you're thinking or how aggravated you are, the way you say it or go about it can really change the way the outcome is going to end up being, or the tune of the conversation. And what could be just a normal us talking could turn into like a yelling match because of the words that you choose to say without thinking about saying them first. So, you know, that little advice that his uncle gave us really sticks in my head and makes me, you know, I make sure that I think about that a lot. And I'm not going to tell you that I'm perfect. I'm not going to tell you that I always think about it and follow those rules. But, you know, there have been times where I've said things and out of anger or frustration that I shouldn't have said, or I said that, you know, it just came out wrong because I don't think about the way to say it. But, you know, we're one of those people that we can talk about it, argue about it, and like 10 minutes later be like, okay, I'm sorry. I know I was a jerk. Let's talk about it, or let's fix it, or let's make it work. There's no reason for us to argue and fight all day because one of us said something in a crappy way and the other person didn't receive it the way we hoped that they would. So that's I guess, you know, that's how we try to do things. But, you know, it was hard, I think, for him to figure out a proper role as far as not only being a boyfriend and then a fiance and then a husband, but a proper role as where does he stand with the kids. And, you know, parents, we all have this habit of, you know, sometimes taking up for the kids more, you know, and we have to remember, like, as a parent, if I say I need them to do something, or, you know, if I say yes or no to something, like, he should back me up. Or if he says do a chore or yes or no to something, I have to back him up. And sometimes as parents, we just automatically are like, what's going on, and question it. And, you know, that's something that I've had to work on a lot. And I can't say that I'm perfect at it yet, but, you know, we have to learn to not go against each other, what we say, or challenge each other's rules or authority. I was so dizzy when I was walking. I was told I was grinding my teeth in my sleep. I had headaches too. Looks like it's working fine. Thanks, babe. I need the external mouse to be able to drop the link because I can't do it on the laptop with just a little, you know, mouse pad thing. But other than that, it's working. I think good. It took me a little bit to figure it out, but I have to really start paying attention more. But I appreciate you telling me it's working better. Hey, Misty, how are you? I haven't talked to you in a long time. What I want doesn't exist. I find liars and cheaters. Yeah, that it's very hard to find normal. Wish me luck. Good luck, babe. It's really hard to find people that are not only like sincere and honest and like want the same things that you want. Hey, everyone. Let's see. It's hard to find somebody that you can trust and that you want to be with, and that is on the same page as you with everything they want in life. But it's even, Tanner, it's even harder. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. So I'm being a bad rabbit. It's harder to find somebody who's not like what and don't take offense to this because I don't mean it in a negative way, but a lot of people these days, especially where we come from, as like why we moved, is because everybody that we grew up and we knew, like when I came back home, I I was looking forward to coming home and having, you know, my friends and being involved with my friends again and catching up. And then all of a sudden you find out that they're all junkies now. They're all into, like, you know, doing drugs and just they're all messed up. And so that's scary too about the dating game, because you never know who you're going to get with and how they're going to react and how they're going to, you know, just be as a functioning adult. So between the lying and the cheating and then worrying about like if they're drug addicts and everything else or whatever, like that has a lot to do with it too, especially if you have kids, because the last thing I want to do is get into a relationship with somebody and then shortly after find out that they're drug addicts. And then I have to worry about like what's going to be done around my family and my kids. You know, I don't want them exposed to that. So, so that was a hard thing. So I think when Matt and I got together, like since we knew so much about each other, like we already knew that they were going to be like, I knew that he was going to be the one for me and he knew that I was going to be the one for him. So I think that worked out easier. And a lot of people just jump into relationships and start talking to people they don't know, and they have to, you know, learn the person for who they are and what they do and what they want, you know, as you go. But no one actually thinks to take the time. Like Matt and I lived across the country from each other, so we only could talk on the phone. And, you know, the only thing we had that we could do is we would just get to know each other. Like we would play a game, like give me a random fact. And I would just be like, okay, like a random fact, for instance, like what's your favorite color? What's your favorite music? What do you like to do? And, you know, we just asked each other questions and we both answered them and gave each other, you know, our opinions and our thoughts and what we honestly liked and whatnot. And so we learned so much about each other just from being over the phone. And I think if more people took the time, even if you live in the same county, to talk to each other and really like learn who the person is before you decide to get involved with them, I think that would help a lot of people with their relationships. Thank you, Julie. We do have a pretty good story. It's fun. It's fun to think about where we started and how we ended up. And, you know, we moved out here and we stayed with my parents. Geez, I think for 30 days. We stayed with my parents for 30 days. And then we moved out because they live in a 55 and up community. So you're only allowed to have a guest stay at their house for 30 days at a time per year. So we moved out and we rented a place. And then the next year in January, we went back for 30 days while we were waiting for the closing on our house. And we didn't really expect to buy a house and have everything go crazy because we'd already been planning on the wedding. We were just trying to find a place to rent. But like rent's expensive. I don't know if anybody notices, especially like in St. Lucie County, rent's out of the friggin' question. But here too, we almost rented a townhome for like $16 or $15.50, I think it was, a month, and we just couldn't find a decent rent. So we ended up trying to buy, and now we're paying our mortgage less than what we would be paying for rent. So we just decided to buy a house instead of renting, and we did. But we bought the house and on Valentine's Day, and then a month later we ended up getting married. So it was a bunch of like hectic craziness because we're unpacking, we're moving in the house, we're doing what we have to do, and then we're also going back and forth to St. Lucie County to go to the Hilton, to pay for the, you know, make payments on the wedding and, you know, go over menu things and whatnot. And it was kind of hectic going back and forth, you know, between the wedding and the house. But, you know, it's good that it worked out the way it did. I wouldn't have done it differently. Thinking back, you know, it just worked out. That's how we are. We do everything fast and we just figure it out and move along the way and make it work. You live in St. Augustine. It's crazy here, China. Oh, yes, I agree. Yeah, a lot of people are moving down here from up north. They just don't like the way things up north are going and the way things are being handled. And I don't blame them, because I don't think that I would want to deal with all that either, especially with what's going on right now in the world. But we're used to the snowbirds. It's always been a thing here. And where we live now actually is way more touristy and a snowbird than the other side of Florida. So it's definitely one of those things where we have to get used to a lot of that happening, a lot of the snowbirds coming, and then a lot of them trying to stay full time. So I don't mind it. I'm just, we're in like an underdeveloped area. From Kenya. Hey, BM, how are you? We're very underdeveloped, and it reminds me of like how we grew up, 20 something years ago. There's a lot of trees and wooded areas and, a few houses, and it's just nice and quiet. So my biggest fear and concern is that they're going to end up, start developing and building houses and doing all the things. And just this area is going to get built up. And I really, I don't want to live in an area that's just packed with people. I know that might sound rude, but it's nice to not live in an area that has thousands of people all over the place all the time. So I know that every area that has a lot of land to offer, I know eventually they're going to get built up, but I just hope it doesn't get built up too fast. I'd like to keep the peace and the quiet for a little bit longer if it's possible. Check out some comments. I haven't been looking. I've been doing a bad job at keeping track of the comments. I'm sorry. I'm usually better at it. Misty, how are you feeling? If you're still in here. Hey, Jeffrey Giordano, how are you? I hate I'm doing this and I'm clicking buttons I shouldn't. Best of luck, Matt. Irish prayers. Thank you, Eileen. Going crazy, winterizing the house. Oh my word, Misty, that is the one thing I do not miss about living up north. Was cutting wood all year long for the fireplace, because you need to do that. It's a never-ending job. You're cutting wood all freaking year long, and then you run out of it, and then you have to order cords of wood, and it's just like insane. So I don't know. Blessings. Thank you. What is going at the laundry? What is going on at the laundries? Wendy, I haven't really gone past there, and it seems like they're doing okay. I heard rumors that they're going to be putting their house up for sale, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. I know that a lot of people are still out there doing drive-bys and looking in the woods to see if they could find more body or remains or bones or whatnot. We went by the juicing supply warehouse that they own over there last night, and it was just dark. There wasn't really much going on there, but I figured we'd take a drive by, and he figured it. I just was along for the ride to see what was going on, but there was nothing exciting happening. I'm still here, just worn out. Your nieces, oh, I love my babies. So Misty has the cutest little pair of skunks. They're my nieces. She rescued them, and she has had them for a while. So she has pretty cool little critters over there that they take, care of, and they get into all kinds of things. She tells me all the chaos they cause in the house, and it makes me laugh. Cotton Candy, how's it going at work? Everything going well? Keeping you busy? We're going to come and try to visit you before you leave the area. Quit smoking. Ugh, I would love to. It's not as easy as it sounds. It's one thing to say quit smoking. It's another thing to be smoking for 20 something years and just say, you know what, you're right, and never light a cigarette again. Not saying that I haven't, because when I was pregnant with my kids, I did quit smoking the entire pregnancies, but I always ended up smoking again afterwards. One thing about me that's different than a lot of parents is my kids never saw me smoke. I never smoked around them until they were older. I guess I just couldn't hide from them anymore. But they didn't see me smoke until they were probably, I don't know, 12. My oldest was like 12 or 13. So yeah, I always kept that away from them. But yeah, smoking, I contemplate quitting all the time. It's just, it has to happen. I'm just really not ready for it at the moment. That would be awesome. Yeah, we're gonna come and see you. You have to tell us where you're at. I know you're in Miami, but you have to tell us like an address so we can figure it out, so we can come see you. You have 7 rescues now. You're getting as bad as me, Misty, with my rescues. All I do is rescue and do whatever. I don't know how to take Matt's comment off the screen. Anyway, my kids are just getting home from school, and my son has to go to work here shortly. So I'm gonna jump off and get ready to take him to work tomorrow, Thursday. And I will come back on a little bit later when I have a mouse that I can hook up and try to use the StreamYards thing. So we'll see how that goes. And anyway, please do a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That would be awesome. And I appreciate you guys stopping in and talking to me and giving me your time for a little bit. I will be back later on. Much love to everybody.